Hey, how's it going guys? Phil here, and this is a review for the XMCosy Plus Smart Sconce Indoor-Outdoor Wall Light. You'll receive the light fixture, an instruction manual, and a pack of installation hardware. This is the light. It is a one-piece dual light fixture and measures 10 3/4 inches by 3.5 inches and extends 4.5 inches from the wall. The light can be installed horizontally or vertically, depending on your preference. Each of the light boxes can be rotated individually, clockwise or counterclockwise, for 350 degrees of freedom, so you can point the light out to either side or even back towards the wall if you prefer less direct wall accent lighting. You can even point the lights in opposite directions to provide illumination to either side, for example if placed in the middle of a hall or pathway. The body of the fixture is made of weather-resistant metal, while the translucent white LED diffusers are a durable plastic and will emit light from the ends and front faces of each light. At the back of the light is an attached junction box with a plastic hanging bracket that measures 4 inches by 3.5 inches. It'll be attached to your wall via 4 screws which are included. The wiring for the light goes inside, and to open it, use the included Allen wrench to remove the set screws on both sides. Let's do that now. The wiring for the light is simple. It has a black and white wire for hot and neutral respectively, and a green ground wire attached to the metal housing. In the hardware pack, you'll receive 3 wire nuts, 4 wood screws, and 4 plastic wall anchors for hollow walls. Here's the light fixture I'll be replacing. It's got a dated style, isn't smart, and doesn't really provide enough illumination for the hallway at night, as it's the only light in this corridor, so it's time to upgrade. First, we'll need to turn off the power to the light and its switch at the breaker. Now we can remove it from its mounting bracket and disconnect the wires inside. Its junction box extends out from the wall and is bigger than the new light's external one, which won't work for this installation as it needs to be flush, so I'm going to have to take it out and patch the wall. Since this house is quite old, the wiring inside is also very dated, and we have BX fabric sheathed wiring from the middle of last century. The rubber sleeve on the live or hot wire is dry and cracked, potentially leaving the copper exposed, so I'm going to wrap it in electrical tape, which will help insulate and remind me which is the live wire. You may have also noticed that there is no ground wire. However, the wires are encased in a metal sleeve which is grounded, so I'll need to create a ground lead from that. If you have more modern wiring, you will likely have 3 wires, a hot, neutral, and ground, which would be black, white, and green or bare copper respectively. Alright, so I have the wall patched up and painted with my hot, neutral, and ground leads in place. You may also be wondering how I'm going to fit all these huge wires through the little half-inch hole on the plastic wall plate, and the answer is I can't. So I did have to drill out the hole on the back plate using a 3/4 inch spade bit, and now my wires fit through easily. Again, more modern wires should have a narrower overall diameter and would fit through the pre-drilled hole without a problem. When installing the light vertically, make sure that the arrow in the box is pointing up. Then mark the 4 holes you'll need to drill for the anchors. If mounting into a stud or directly into wood, pilot the holes with a 3/32 inch drill bit, and if using the plastic wall anchors in a hollow wall, pilot with a 7/32 inch drill bit. Then secure the box with the 4 included screws. Next, connect the 3 wires from the light fixture to your power wires using the included wire nuts, green to ground, black to hot, and white to neutral. Since the wires are short in length, this step may be a little tricky if installing on your own. It'll be a bit easier if you have a second person holding the fixture up while you do this. Once you're done, push the wires into the compartment, making sure the wires and nuts avoid the protrusions on both sides of the box. Then place the light onto the box right side up, making sure it closes all the way and there is no gap. When oriented correctly, the rubber mode button on the light should appear in the upper left-hand corner. Then replace the set screws on both sides and tighten with the Allen key until they are flush. If you've installed this light outdoors, it's recommended that you seal the box with some waterproof silicone caulk for additional weatherproofing. Now you can turn the power back on at the breaker. If the fixture is on a switch, make sure it's in the on position, and the light should start flashing, indicating that it's in Wi-Fi setup mode. You'll need to download and install a mobile app to your smartphone to set it up, and the QR code on the front of the manual takes you to the XMCosy app. However, the light is also compatible with a number of other smart home control apps like Tuya and SmartLife, and since I already use the latter, I'm going to stick with that. The interface for all these apps are nearly identical. In the app, you'll go to the upper right-hand corner and tap the plus icon to add a device. Then on the next screen, the light should be detected automatically, though if it's not, you can manually add it from the list below. Since mine was detected, I'll tap the Add button. You'll select your home Wi-Fi network name and enter its password. Then tap Next. Shortly thereafter, the light should set itself up, and it'll stop flashing. In the app, you can give your light a custom name, and I'll call mine Hall Light. After you click Done, you'll be able to control the light via the app. For example, adjust the brightness from 1 to 100%, change the color temperature from warm to cool, and pick a preset color for the light. Just note that the two sides of the light will always have the same settings and can't be adjusted individually. You can also just turn the color wheel to select a custom color and adjust its brightness. In the Scenes page, you can select a number of different preset effects and multicolor patterns. For example, Leisure gives the light a gentle rosy hue, while Colorful will cycle through the colors of the rainbow. At the top, the plus icon lets you create your own scene, and here you can see I've defined one called Warm Light, and this is what that looks like. There's a music mode that will flash the light in different colors to the beat of music that's picked up through your phone's microphone. But the app does need to be open to this page or running in the background the whole time. In the last menu item, you can set schedules and time-triggered behavior. For example, in the plan section, you can create a sleep plan that will slowly fade the light out at a specific time on specific days over a period of 5 minutes to 2 hours. You can even choose the color saturation and brightness for this mode. Similarly, a wake plan can be set to trigger in the morning over a 5-minute to 2-hour period and also automatically shut off after a separate amount of time has elapsed after reaching full brightness. If you simply want to schedule on and off times, you can do that in the Schedule menu, picking the time and days for each programmed action. Turn on and dim lets you choose a color and brightness for this action, while turn on and set scene allows you to choose from your custom presets or the multicolor animations. There's also a countdown delayed shutoff timer that you can set from 1 minute to 24 hours. Last but not least, you can change the power on behavior of the light, like activating Do Not Disturb, which requires you to flip the light switch twice to turn the light on, and choosing the light status after it is powered on. I really like that I can change the direction of the two lights and point them forward at the wall or to the sides. I tend to set them like this though, so that the upper one sends light down the hallway and the lower one illuminates the top of the stairwell. If you've enabled the Alexa skill for your control app, you can also use voice commands to control the light. Alexa, turn off hall light.
Okay.
Alexa, turn on hall light.
Okay.
Alexa, set hall light to blue.
Okay.
Alexa, set hall light to 100%. Alexa, set hall light to 10%.
Okay.
Alexa, set hall light to warm white.
Okay.
And if you're wondering what that rubber mode button was for, well, that lets you choose from 8 preset modes right on the light, whether you have a smartphone or not. There are 4 white color modes from warm to cool, and 4 color changing modes. You won't need Wi-Fi or an internet connection to use the physical button. However, they are always the same 8 programs, and you can't change them or use any of the more advanced customizations or routines. Overall, this wall light is exactly what I was looking for to replace and modernize our old hallway light fixture. It's got lots of settings and colors that I can change easily in the app or by voice command, built-in timers and schedules, and was super easy to install whether you're using it indoors or out. The light is bright enough for our needs, though can be dimmed as well, and the 2 sections of the light can be pointed in different directions. It's great that I can still just flip the switch on the wall to turn it on and off, and it always remembers the setting that I went when it's turned back on. I hope you enjoyed this review. You can ask me any questions in the comments. I'll put a link to the product in the description below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and join me next time.